Hi guys, this is going to be a proper video today. Um, this is just gonna kind of be me just talking, I guess, because I just need to talk. Um, but basically, it's not been the greatest recently, but I've been getting through. It's always the way. God gets you through, doesn't he? And it just goes to show there will always be days where you have kind of your lion's den moment per se. Because whenever I think of struggle, whenever I think of hardship, I think of Daniel in the lion's den. Uh, Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's Daniel who was in the lion's den. I don't remember exactly if it was, but I think it was Daniel. And I think he lost faith for a second, but then the Lord showed him that, he had control over the lions. The lions were just sleeping and happy and didn't have a care in the world and didn't even want to eat him. Uh, Might have been David. Is it David? No, 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 no. It is Daniel. It is Daniel. Uh, but yeah, the thing that reigns true in that story is God coming through. The same with Noah and the ark. God came through there. God could have left Noah to, well, basically a kind of apocalypse, but he didn't. He gave him the ark and he helped Noah and his family and his, well, flock, I guess, get away because Noah was a good man. Um, but yeah, there are many stories within the Bible where people come close to giving up, even Jonah and the whale. There's another one. But this is the thing. These are all predestined things by God. There are always times in life where you will struggle. You just have to get through them. It's just like Jesus struggled, really. Well, not just for most of his life, but after that, when it came to the betrayals and the crucifixion. And the thing is, the reason I say betrayals is because technically he was only betrayed by Judas, yet the other disciples denied him. So that's kind of a betrayal in and of itself. It's not, I'm not like saying, oh, shame on the disciples because of that. It was kind of really martial law, common law, that I guess if you maybe were seen to be, well, I don't know, friends or associated with the criminal, i.e., in this case, Jesus, that you were then also committing crimes with said person. So that was how it was perceived back then. So I don't think many of the disciples, apart from Judas, Judas is the only one I will not give any credit to. Um, I will say that their only choice was to say Jesus wasn't their friend because of the way the law was back then. Because, well, but then again, the thing is, if they wanted to live, then that is the way to go. But I don't know. I get a feeling that maybe one of them is just I'm not holier than thou. I certainly am not. And to be honest, the disciples are disciples, and they served the Lord very well. And you never know, maybe they could have been one of them who wanted to stand with the Lord, who probably did want to stand with the Lord, and the Lord said no. So, You never know. There could have been that one or those few who did want to stand with the Lord. You never know. But yeah, I mean, even Christ himself sacrificed. Christ died for our sins. Job is another great one on sacrifice. Job was another man who suffered and suffered and suffered. I relate I relate very much to Job. But you know what? At least with suffering, there's pain. Pain gives you, a kick, and it's something to let you know you're alive. So I'm very happy, in a way, to feel pain. I'm not a Cyberman. I am not a robot. I am full of emotions. I am happy. I am sad. I am kind. I am faithful. I am a brilliant human being. I love the Lord with all my heart, all my soul, all my strength, and I always will. And the trouble is, there will always be doubters. There will always be people who will say, "Oh, you can't just say that as a Christian. That's pride. That's this. That's that." But at the end of the day, it isn't pride. It's knowing your self-worth. Because if the Lord loves me, if the angels are around, you know, is it really for me to say, no, I'm not important, I'm not that great, I'm nothing, I'm worthless? No, because if God and really everything else is saying otherwise, then I will incline to agree with them, and I will happily agree with them. I guess today this will be, oh well, I imagine godly advice for continuing whilst in a struggle. And continuing in a struggle is never easy, but at the end of the day, can you call every struggle a struggle? Not really, because you still have TV shows you like, maybe that you sit and watch while you're struggling. You still have games that you enjoy that you play while you're suffering. You still have, maybe YouTube clips you watch while you're suffering, maybe cat videos, maybe dog videos, God knows. Um, Films you enjoy while you're suffering. There are still things that you enjoy while you're suffering. So, if there's enjoyment while you suffer, if in, well, if you're happy for 5 minutes of the day, or 10 minutes, or 30 minutes, or an hour, you're happy for those minutes. And that's what matters, that's what's important. And it isn't about being miserable all the time. It's really about maybe forgiving yourself, being kind to yourself, and realizing, whoa, maybe I'm not so bad, maybe I'm not this, maybe I'm not that, maybe I'm alright. And this is a trouble many people have, is, well, maybe, I guess, in apologizing to themselves and helping themselves. And I think really you need to do that to move on, to help yourself when you're in a struggle, because this is a good thing to do, to, well, offer a branch of life, to offer a new leaf is always a good thing. It's funny because it may mean the littlest thing to you, but you don't know what it can mean to the Lord or to someone else. But anyway, it is definitely wonderful to have spoken to you. I hope you all have a prosperous and wondrous day. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Probably just play Bioshock maybe. But I hope you all have a great day, and I wish you all well, and may you be blessed abundantly, if the Lord permits it. All the best. Bye. Bye.